Yeah, disruptive up front, smart linebackers. It seems like Flowers, on the back end has been there forever, makes a bunch of tackles. Richards, who I thought was one of the best corners in the league last year, they moved to safety, and so they're a good defense. They don't give you anything easy. Everything's earned, and you can tell they played a lot of football together.
What impact does Bundage make for them, one of the linebackers, #1?
Yeah, when they have him in the game, he's flies around. He's in on sacks. He's getting his hand on the football in different ways. So you can tell he's an impact player, very athletic, has a nose for the football.
I know it's early, Coach, but through 3 games, obviously 3 wins. Without getting into specifics, has this fast start helped on the recruiting trail or no?
We'll see as we go. I think our class has been filled for quite a while. So I don't think until we get out, seeing how all this plays out into the 2019 guys, will we know really what type of impact it has.
You mostly expect a 3-man front from them most of the time this weekend?
We'll see. That was last year, and we couldn't run the football last year. And so hopefully if that's the look we get, we're able to run the football better, because that's kind of what they're daring you to do at that point. But I'm not sure. That they've mixed it up pretty well this year, and so we'll be prepared for both.
Do you have any new ideas on how to keep the receiving game, passing game in check?
No, I don't think anybody's figured that out yet. It's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Washington's as good as anybody in the country, and so there's 4 or 5 of them that could play for anybody.
What do you see that the TCU kind of did defensively really, at times, kind of seemed to slow them down?
Yeah, I think they turned them over. You're not going to stop these guys. You got to find a way to turn the ball over somehow, and that's what they did. Gary always has a good plan, but I felt like that was the key, was getting turnovers and winning that battle.
With what your guys have done, obviously, turnover-wise, so far through the first 3 games, does that give you more confidence?
I hope so. That's kind of the battle we've been fighting since I've been here, is trying to get that number on the plus side when it comes to turnover margin. And that's defined some of our seasons, as being in the negative. So we talked about that a bunch this offseason. We preached it. And so far, we've been fortunate to get some and protect it pretty well. And we need that to continue.
Which kicker do you feel more comfortable with now, Coach, with Clayton being out?
It's a great question. You have to watch on Saturday.
Is Hatfield close to being back or at all?
Yeah, I'll just say day to day, and we'll kind of go from there.
Is Brooks practicing? Do you expect him to go?
We hope he can go. He won't be practicing today, but we'll see if he comes around, and hopefully he can go on Saturday. He's a guy we feel like with limited practice can still be effective for us.
You played Rico quite a bit whenever you took him out there at the end of the 4th quarter last week. What did you guys think about Rico and what he did in that game?
He's gotten better every week. He's a physical young man. He has the size, has the strength. It's just the game, when you go in, in that situation, the game's moving pretty fast. It's 2-minute type stuff. They're hurrying up, and so I felt like the game was moving a little fast for him. But he'll get better this week, and if he needs to go, he'll be ready.
What kind of impact did Travis make, Robbie, Saturday?
I think he played okay for his first start. It allowed Madison to slide in there to guard, and those two have to get used to playing next to each other and communicating and just being around each other. But I thought he was okay. I think he'll get better as he continues to put weight back on, and that was really his first start ever against a good defense, and not bad, but we'll have to get better as we go.
What kind of confidence boosted that touchdown give Desmond after he kind of fumbled in that same scenario against Arizona State?
Yeah, I mean, he knows he can do it. That fumble to me was just a matter of knowing the situation and don't reach the ball out like that. So he's had great ball security since he's got here, and that was kind of a freak deal, trying to do too much. So I think he's a confident player, and we got to find ways to get him the ball.
You said last week about the run game, everything kind of being pared down to certain people. That didn't really get solved at all this past week. Any change to that?
No, we'll keep rolling with the hot hand and trying to put him in situations that they do best. If one guy does something better than the other guy, we'll try to make sure we script plays for him and vice versa.
With Travis and Madison, it seemed like early on they were, had a little bit of lack of communication and some guys got through, but it seemed like they really settled in late second and into the second half. You kind of see that?
Yeah, I think so. Anytime you have guys playing next to each other for their first start on the road and in a tough environment against a very good defensive line, I think that's to be expected. But I do think they got more comfortable as the game went on. A whole another week with Travis actually practicing the entire week will really help those two.
Look on your linebackers for a moment. When Jordan was out and Rico went in, what was it Rico at that time versus Christian? It seemed like Christian had gotten some of those second team snaps.
Yeah, they both played, but we just felt like it was a game that, Rico's gotten better every week, and we wanted to get him in there and get him some snaps.
What has DeMarcus Fields done with all the time that he missed over the past year? What did he do to get himself in a position to start?
Just has been a really sure tackler. He came back after basically 2 years of being hurt, and since camp started, he's been a great tackler for us, and he's competitive, very athletic, still learning the position there at corner, but he competes day in and day out. He goes against really good receivers, and we've just seen him get better and better and better, and we feel comfortable putting him in there and letting him kind of learn on the job.
OSU's been playing Dylan Stoner, who's a freshman receiver for them. What do you see out of him as a true freshman for him to play with all those guys already?
Yeah, he's really good. We wanted him here. We felt like he fit what we do in our system, could have been a really good inside receiver. Yeah, it's impressive when you see a kid hop right in there, especially with the group they have, and be able to find that many reps. It says a lot about his talent and how he's going to be moving forward.
Why do you think you've been able to have more Justin Stockton running the football this year? It seems like he's back to where he was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think a number of things, but just getting more movement up front. Last year we just weren't very good up front. It's the bottom line, and he'd stop his feet a bunch because there wasn't anywhere to run. And he's a guy that once he gets going, he's very explosive, and we're able to get him going a little bit more so far this season, and hopefully that continues.
This team appears to be play angry. Do you agree with that? And if so, where does that come from?
I hope so. That's what you want. That's kind of the goal. So I don't think it's hard to see where that comes from when you sit around for 9 months getting told how bad you are. So.
Just what are your thoughts on Panizzello?
He's been effective for us, there's no doubt. His accuracy in the punt game, being able to place the ball where we want it consistently has been huge for that coverage unit, and he's really good at putting it inside the 10, inside the 15 area. He hadn't had a lot of opportunities to do that, but that's a real weapon for us when it comes to field position.
How pleased are you with the way that Kiki's just been able to kind of live up to the hype that has been surrounding him just for the last year?
Yeah, I mean, he's worked really hard at it. I think that's the thing that's impressed me the most after that success at the end of last year. Just you could tell a light clicked, and he wanted it even more. And his offseason, far and away the best he's had since he's been here. His spring football, his fall camp, he practices every day. He doesn't take a rep off, and he's got a real hunger to be great, and that's fun to work with.
3 years into his career, how do you feel like Jack has played? It seems like for a guy his age, he's just playing beyond his years already.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a process through spring, through summer, through fall camp. The spring obviously helped a ton to get him here and get him accustomed to going against college players and then learning our system. But he's as advertised when it comes to the strength and the quickness and the football understanding. That's why he's one of the top recruits in the country, and you can see it. And it's just all about work ethic and how much he's willing to do moving forward. The sky's really the limit if he'll keep working hard.
Because over the past couple games, you've had those double-digit leads, kind of let them back in and then held on at the end. When they kind of come back, has that been fatigue, lack of focus for a little bit? Like, what's kind of been the issue that you've seen?
Yeah, just not finishing teams when you have a chance. I felt like in both those games there are moments we either had the ball going in or had something happen that we could have really extended our lead and put pressure on them. We didn't get it done, and that's something we have to work on. When you have a chance to put teams away, you got to put them away. But at the same time, it provided an opportunity for us to learn how to close out a game in a tight situation. So I think we gained some valuable confidence from it, but moving forward, you'd like to be able to finish teams when you have them on the ropes.
With a couple of the Oklahoma State guys and Tyron Johnson. What was y'all's recruiting experience like with those guys, and how disappointing was it not to get either one of them here?
Yeah, I mean, we recruited Tyron out of high school, obviously, and he went to LSU, and then Aaron had a relationship with Coach Jones, so we recruited him, and he chose Oklahoma State, and that was their choice. And so I wouldn't say it was disappointing, just kind of how the business goes.
Back to putting teams away, you had the 5 turnovers, but only the 3 points off of those turnovers. While you can't be expected to score on every drive, how frustrating is that not to be able to capitalize on those moments?
That's something we got to improve upon. When they rise up like that and get us the ball, we got to take advantage of it. And so we've been talking about that this week.
Cliff, as well as Derek Willis seemed to play those first couple of weeks, what did you think of this game Saturday, or what kind of led to his struggles on Saturday?
Yeah, he just didn't play very well. He knows that. Had the drop early, and you can't let that affect your entire game, and I felt like he did. He's a very competitive young man, works really hard, wants to be really good, and I felt like he let that affect him the rest of the game. And so we've talked about that, and I expect him to be back playing at a high level this week.
Coach, y'all had some really big road wins since you've been here, but not necessarily that big signature home win. How much of an opportunity is it this week, obviously for the season, but also as far as taking back, the Jones?
Yeah, I hope, I know our players appreciate anytime we get to play on that field, what it means to, this university and our program and the community. So we'll do our best to play hard and put on a good show, and it should be an incredible atmosphere. And, we're treating it like our next game. It's not a Super Bowl, anything of that nature, but anytime you get to play out there at night in front of our fans, it's a special occasion.
Really, that all started in the offseason, and actually it started before then with last year, because with Braden and Pip, when they were here, we were backups, so every time either one of us got in, we was always together. So it started last year as we both gained that experience and playing and stuff, and over the offseason, our bond just grew closer and closer, and in the season, as you can see, it's just we here with each other. So.
Do you feel like he does best, and what do you feel like you do best?
Honestly, I just feel like I guess both of us just do a good job at plugging up gaps and making sure nobody's able to run on the interior. It's really hard to say like what I do best, because I just try to do my job to the best of my abilities. And with him, it's just his energy. And I guess his energy kind of just, I don't know, I don't want him to outdo me, because we the two guys that's in the middle. So I want it to be like, if y'all talking about either one of us, y'all talking about both of us at the same time. Like, I don't want it to be no differences really, like when we playing. And that's about it, really.
Roger, you're an East Texas boy. You ever played in a game that was as hot as that one Saturday?
No, not as hot as that one, because after halftime, it was pretty hot when we got out there.
How did you feel like y'all held up conditioning-wise, or how prepared were you?
I feel like we were well prepared for that, because the strength program and our conditioning that we went through during the summer had us ready for any type of weather that we could have been put in. It was hot, but we really weren't tired or drained or anything like that. And Coach Witt and his staff did a great job with us.
Mark, what are your thoughts on that Oklahoma State run game, and Justice Hill maybe in particular?
I feel like he's doing a great job right now, and that run game is pretty good. But as long as we come in and do what we've been doing, I feel like we got a pretty good chance of shutting it down.
How much confidence does the defense have right now with the last 3 games that they've played?
starting 3-0, I mean, we gotta have we have a lot of confidence because we've been able to do things that last year's team probably wouldn't have been able to do. So everybody right now just playing at a high level, and with us staying on each other the way we are, like it's really not any doubt in our mind about going into games. Like we respect our opponents, but like we don't. We really don't go into the game like worried about anything. Like we trust our coaches and we stick to the game plan, and we got a lot of faith in our game plan.
Kind of going on top of that, do you think every week going against a different team kind of gives the defense a new motivation, new goals to set to prove themselves, especially when you're going against Oklahoma State's offense, who's probably one of the best in the Big 12?
Yes, ma'am. I feel like that going against their high-powered offense, they pretty much almost the same as ours. We might just go a little quicker than they do, but pretty much I feel like our goals stay the same with trying to keep their team from being able to run the ball, really. And passing-wise, our secondary, I can't really speak on their goals. I don't know exactly what goals they have in place for different games.
When you're able to stop a running game, especially with a high-powered offense, what does that do to kind of make them one-dimensional? How does that help the defense, strategy-wise?
If you can't run the ball, the only other thing you got is to throw it or trick plays and stuff like that. And if we're stopping the run, not too many trick plays can work. And if you limit a team to just throwing the ball, then all you got to worry about is getting back there and getting in the quarterback's face, really.
Is that the key for y'all this season, to stopping the run, no matter who y'all face?
Yes, sir. All throughout the offseason, that's all the D-line. That's all we talked about. We want to be able to stop the run. We didn't want anybody to be able to run the ball on us.
Why do you think the tackling's been better this year?
I would have to say just the job that our coaches are doing and the emphasis we put on tackling in practice.
You guys have done a much better job already in 3 games of closing out close games. Mentality-wise, what's been the key there? What's been the difference from last year when a game gets close at the end?
To me, the difference is last year, you would notice that, like, people wouldn't say it, but you can just tell by people's body language and, like, the way they were talking with each other that, like, they didn't have a lot of faith in us when it did come to that close game and we needed a stop or two. But this year, it's like no matter what happens, we know the offense got our back just like we got their backs. And it's just really the brotherhood that we built amongst each other.
Nick and Eli kind of talked in post-game on Saturday about, one game the defense will be on, offense a little off, and vice versa in some other games. What do you see as players you guys have to do to get on the same page, and what do you think this team is capable of if the offense and defense play to their capability?
Really, I feel like that just goes with us having each other's back. So even if the offense is off right now, really not depending on anything, but if the offense is off, the defense, all you hear the defensive leader saying is, come on, we got y'all back, y'all keep y'all head up, we got y'all. And then it's the same thing with the offense. If we falling off and doing bad, the offense, you hear the offensive guys coming down, we got y'all, y'all just keep fighting. And if we do come to a point to where we click in the whole game, both units, the sky's the limit really for us.
What did you see and what do you remember from Oklahoma State's offensive line?
They're a big group of guys that play well together. They do their job. They do their job almost perfect. They well coached. Pretty big guys. Wouldn't say really physical, but they're a big group of guys. And as long as we do our job, then we'll be able to keep the success that we've been having on defense going.
You've had some injuries on the O-line. Does that change your preparation at all, really?
No, man. It's just the next man up. Whoever in, they just in.
How much have you seen Tony improve going from linebacker to rush end, and how has that kind of helped the defense overall?
With Tony, he's a speed guy. Like, no matter where he's at, he's always around the ball. And with the transition from him playing linebacker to DN, it's really not too much of a change. It's just he's more down in the trenches now. He has to fight with blockers more than he would at linebacker. And really, he's improved every week with that. And he's doing a great job. And for him, the sky's the limit.
Two more. In terms of having another vocal leader, what has Dakota brought back to the team as he's come back?
As Dakota's come back, he's brought that physicality back. He's brought more confidence back. He's given us more confidence as well too, knowing that we got a guy back there that's been through it all. He done this already. Like, and with him, it wasn't no drop off. It was like he never left really.
Anything else or anything, Coach, back onto your mind for a moment, or anything, Coach Jackson, does he seem pretty pleased with how you guys have been playing, or is there anything that he's still stressing to you that you need to do better at?
It's not really much that he complains about with us. He likes where we're at, but there's always room for improvement. So he always finds little things that we could get better at, and he always harps on us about those things.
We had a lot of 3-and-outs, obviously something we're not proud of in this offense. But the defense, you know, they definitely saved us. They played a phenomenal game. I think they had, 5 turnovers. So, you know, those guys definitely held up their end of the bargain, and it's time for us to carry some weight around here.
You take us through a couple weeks ago that stop and start move, touchdown, highlight touchdown you had against Arizona State? Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just something that happened. It was spur of the moment. Obviously, I'll give credit to Coach Sal and Coach Whitten, the strength conditioning program, because we've been working stop and starts, you know, all summer long. So, you know, it was just a move that I guess it was just really natural.
You get any text messages about it afterwards?
Yeah, I got a lot of text messages, a lot of DMs, a lot of people commenting on it. So, you know, it was a lot of fun.
You said you worked a specific drill that kind of, you said, helped your stop and starts?
Yeah, we work stop and starts. You know, we'll run. I think it's like 5 or 10 yards, full speed, and just stop, and just try to stop as fast as you can. Then they'll blow the whistle again, and then you just go full speed again. You repetitively do it, so it definitely helps out. That 5-10-5 shuttles that we work on. I mean, we work on a lot of stuff in speed school. So Coach Sal and the strength and conditioning program does a great job of, you know, just getting up prepared for every Saturday.
You do that drill in season, or is that just like a spring and summer?
It was just a spring and summer thing, but, you know, obviously out there we work tackling drills and practice. So, you know, we always do something that's game simulated in practice. So you always get, you know, those game-like reps.
Cam, you know, you're a guy that's a senior and you're from the state of Oklahoma. What does this game mean to you? You played Oklahoma State the last chance you're going to play these guys?
It definitely means a lot, but it's really just another game on the schedule. You know, we open conference. We need to get this win. We have a ranked opponent coming in. The Jones will be rocking it at 7:00 p.m. So we're just looking forward to get after these guys.
How important is it, the fact that y'all have gone 3-0, to get the fans back on board with you guys and to have a big game that everybody's anticipating?
You know, we just really just focused on just doing what we can as players. You know, let the coaches, you know, make the calls and everything. We know that they'll put us in the right position to go out there and have the best game that we can on Saturday. You know, as far as the fans, I feel like the fans are still with us. I hope they didn't, you know, switch boats. But no, the fans, they're great. You know, they're always there. They always support us. You know, I think we haven't beaten Oklahoma State in like 8 years. So we definitely look forward to get after these guys and just shock the world.
After the way, I guess first
Yeah, a lot of games that we lost last year, I think were like by a touchdown, and we lost to Oklahoma State on the extra point. You know, so I really just try to put those things behind. We're just looking forward to this year and the team that we've become and the team that we know that we can be.
What's changed from this year to last year with that, though? I mean, like you said, you lost so many close games last year. It's now 2 in a row. You guys have been able to hold on to win.
It's just definitely the mentality and the maturity of this group. You know, guys are really hungry. They want to win. You know, it's no individuals. Everybody's, you know, all for the team. So I think that's the biggest difference in why we've been able to win those close games.
When you look at this game, you know, do you guys look at the implications that if you do win, you guys could be rocketed into the top 25, and do you use that as motivation, or do you just not even focus on that at all?
We really just don't focus on it. We just go out there and play the game that we know that we can play. Everything else will take care of itself. You know, we try not to focus too much on the media and what guys are saying about us. We just want to go out and be at the Big 12 championship at the end of the year.
How much has Nick improved from game 1 to game 3?
Oh, he's improved a lot. You know, Nick is a guy he really feeds in the competition. He really feeds into the close game. That's the kind of competitor that he is. He strives on things like that. You know, you can just see it in him being able to read the coverages and check out of different things. So I feel like Nick has done a great job this year. You know, obviously spreading the ball around to all the receivers. Our running game has been very improved from last year. So, you know, we're just looking forward to keep going and keep proving everyone wrong.
Nick talks about being his hardest critic. Does that kind of push the receivers and everyone else on offense to maybe be harder on themselves to improve the offense as a whole?
Oh, yeah. I mean, as a competitor, as a true competitor, you know, myself included, I'm sure, you know, Kiki and everyone else around here, I mean, if you're not hard on yourselves and you don't want the best for yourself, then nobody else is going to want the best for you. So, yeah, we all have that mindset. You know, we're all competitors. We all want to be the best and everything. So, you know, that really just comes with the nature of the game.
You mentioned social media and Twitter earlier. A lot of people this weekend were using the TTVE hashtag, Texas Tech versus everybody.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, we were a team last year, you know, that didn't win a lot of games. We're a team that the media talked about, you know, how poorly we would be this year, and we just want to prove everyone wrong. That Texas Tech versus everybody, it means a lot. They took the double T away from us this summer and in the spring, and we had to earn that back. And you know, you come to this school because that double T should be worn with pride. And you know, so Texas Tech versus everybody, it means a lot. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to everyone around this facility, especially I know Coach Kingsbury and Coach Morris, because, you know, they were alumni of this school, as well as myself now. But, yeah, it definitely means a lot.
What do you think is causing the slow start on the offense?
We've been having a couple slow starts in the game. I don't know. Sometimes I guess you just got to get the feel of the game, but we know that we have to start fast. You know, in practice we harp on starting fast. That's why we have a drill called fast start. I think things will change here next week, this week.
It's not going to be 90 with humidity this week.
Can you repeat the question?
How glad are you that it's not going to be 90 with humidity this week like it was?
Oh yeah, Houston was very hot, but you know the weather really shouldn't play a factor in how we play. We just have to go out there and play our game.
Turnovers last week for you guys. You scored 3 points off of those turnovers as an offensive unit. How do you correct that problem?
Can you repeat it one more time?
Your defense got 5 turnovers last week. You scored 3 points off of those turnovers as an offense. How do you correct that problem going forward?
We just have to harp on other teams' mistakes. That's really all it comes down to. As an offense, we can't start slow as you stated earlier. You know, we have to harp on the mistakes of the other team and just, you know, really just play our game. That's what it boils down to.
Has there been a different feeling this year on the sidelines, just in general, when these games are close, that the outcome is going to favor you and not the opposition?
Oh yeah, we definitely as a sideline coach, Kingsbury, he always says he wants guys on the sideline that are fired up, pumped, and that'll keep it excited no matter what the scoreboard is saying or what's going on. We always know that controversy will hit in the game. So, you know, we try not to focus on, we try to put the mistakes to the side. You know, we'll make corrections tomorrow and just focus on the now.
I know you mentioned State?
I mean, of course. Of course, I want to win against those guys. You know, they recruited me, never offered me, but I really don't. I really don't care about that at this point in my career. I'm here at Texas Tech. I've made the best decision of my life coming here. I've graduated, obtained my degree in accounting. So, you know, we'll see those guys Saturday.
Cam, Oklahoma State safeties, Ramon Richards and Trey Flowers. It seems like those guys have played there forever. Of course, Oklahoma State probably feels like seems like you've been here forever. What's that? What do you think of those two guys in particular, and what's that kind of matchup like?
You know, we know those guys. They're pretty good cover guys. You know, they can tackle in space. You know, so really we just have to do what we do. Me and Kiki, you know, obviously they try to get the ball to us out pretty fast, and we just have to make guys miss in space. We have Dylan and Derek and Quan out there, guys that are deep threats. So, you know, we just have to run our offense to a T and be efficient how we know we can be.